What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we have the brand new Forest Ranger hero, Flora. So, you'll probably hear me say it a lot in a lot of the videos. We call her Florida, we call her Florida. I mean, it's Flora. We're just having fun with it, so hopefully it doesn't annoy you. It's kind of a Freudian slip for us at this point. So, Flora is the newest hero. Overall first impressions, like, it's really hard to say. We weren't really able to optimally test her. We did test her with like A and B builds in PvP. We also tested her out in Aspen Dungeon, and most of the times we come across her and we're like, oh, she's pretty good at that. There's usually someone else that we're like, oh, but this hero would do it better. She's not a hero you want to run a Rui Scepter. She would be in direct competition with a Sherlock in that situation. She just doesn't do a good enough job. Any hero that has to rely on their active to be part of the meta is just not going to work with carry in the meta. And that's mainly because her active is pretty cool, but the base chance to twine her is very low. I'll be honest, I feel like we might see DH Games give her a small buff, honestly, because I feel like she's that underwhelming compared to every other hero. Even heroes like Ignis feel like had more of an impact than Flora has. Flora's like the first one since pretty close to Olivia that I felt like just doesn't have a spot where she can shine. Hey, guess what? It's the other forest hero. Doesn't feel like they can shine without feeling like someone else can do it better. I know I keep saying that, but that's how she truly feels. It is cool that her twine, if you're up against like Aspen Dungeon, you have two opponents, it'll just ping back and forth. But so many times we had two targets, we used this active on them, and it just bounced back and forth. And they both ended up not being CC'd by the end, which feels really bad, because considering they're getting hit 3 times each, you would think this would scale up and actually have a good chance to twine them, but it didn't. Little lackluster. Her basic attack seems pretty strong. In Aspen Dungeon, it was doing like all the damage and all the healing and all the work, which was pretty cool to see. We did get confirmation that her poison can be replicated by Delaciums. So I don't have access to it, but we're probably going to see in the next couple days if Flora is a potential replacement for Ithaca. Maybe. Because this dot, it could stack up very high and do a lot of damage, especially something in broken spaces that only has 2 targets. She could do some crazy damage numbers potentially, so we'll have to see. Because Ithaca was already a strong solo hero, like a solo boost hero, but then you add Delaciums on, and you're hitting like ridiculous 300 billion, 400 billion damage. We'll have to see if Flora can do something similar with Delaciums, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, when attacked by active skills or basic skills, reduces the attacker's all damage dealt by 10% up to 30. Didn't really feel like it was doing anything. Same with the attack steal, especially in PvP. She wasn't getting hit enough for it to actually be relevant. One thing to note is her base speed. So let's come over and take a look at her card here. Her base speed is equal to that of Carry and of Russell. So 1218 is exactly the speed a lot of the new heroes are at. I think even Tix has that speed. So they're almost like standardizing everybody's speed of all the new heroes coming out. I mean, Rogan was faster, of course, but a lot of them are coming in at that 1218 mark, which is faster than older heroes. Not quite as fast as heroes like Ada, but pretty close to the fastest. She also has quite a bit of attack too, starting out at 25,000. That's slightly more than even Russell has, so that's why we were thinking, maybe she can be a candidate for A and B. We did throw her in Aspen Dungeon. Very lackluster, honestly. Very, very lackluster. A Tix can do so much more work. Your Adas, your Russells, everybody else can do so much better than Flora can. The one place, actually 2 places I feel like she is really going to shine. One of them is she could probably do a lot of good work in Tower of Oblivion. And the other one we weren't able to test because it was already done is Forest Seal Land. She could potentially be very good in Forest Seal Land just because of her twine abilities, things like that. She is very much overall a hero I believe is going to be better the more of her you have. I would be very interesting for any of you out there who have an Oberon army to potentially try building her and throwing her in, because that would have a lot of synergy with the Oberons with how many twines she could possibly get off. Even if you just have like 2 Oberons, throwing a Flora in there too could actually help you in PvP if you are struggling. Of course, are Oberons meta? No, they're definitely not. But it could be a fun interaction. I know there's people out there building like forest only meme teams, kind of like what we do. It could work. It could be good. But yeah, overall felt a little bit lackluster. I know I'm kind of just on repeat on that, but I do feel like if there was ever a chance to buff a hero similar to what they did with Russell and Drake, it would be Flora. I think Flora deserves a buff. Honestly, this twine chance I think should start at 50% in all honesty, because getting her to get an active off in PvP with carries in the meta, near impossible. Let's be honest. It's like a 1 in 4 fight that maybe you get an active off. And we were even doing some PvP with Igni, feeding energy into her too, and it just was not working. Her basic in PvP didn't seem to do much, but in PvE and Aspen Dungeon, it hits for a ton. I imagine this is going to do a ton of damage in Tower of Oblivion as well, so that has potential. But yeah, her natural selection just didn't feel like it was doing much. Maybe somewhere in like PvE it'll be useful, where you can put her in a slot 1 that you know the PvE hero is going to hit and it'll work. But yeah, beyond that, not quite sure. Yes, she does look cool. She definitely looks cool. I kind of like, out of all of them, the 5-star looked the best. I like that. It's just simple. It's cool. This one, I mean, let's be honest, DH Games is loving the color purple lately. Every hero has like some purple in them, it seems like. So yeah, I don't know. We did swap a Garuda. You'll see it as well, but yeah, we need to do some more testing though, so don't jump the gun too much. This is of course our first look at the hero. One big thing that we had a problem with is we could not roll into a speed stone to try her out fully speed enabled in PvP. I really wish we could have got like a speed attack stone to try it out. So she wasn't the fastest on the board, which she has potential to if you build her for straight speed. But yeah, it's just, I just want to reiterate, the active is cool, it's fun, it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it can high roll you a lot of twines, which is really interesting because not many people have twine guild tech right now. But one thing I'm gonna say, if anybody out there has 2 or more Oberons on their account at E5 maxed out, all set up for PvP, if you're gonna build a Flora 2, please let me know. I would love to jump on your account and mess around with an Oberon army, if they even still exist anymore, and use a Flora with them as well. Maybe even 2. I know that's whale status there. Nobody with Oberons is gonna be whale status. It's gonna be people who built them last year and they're still stuck with them, kinda. So, but let me know if you have Oberons, please. And if you're going to build this hero, I do think it would be a really fun hero for your account. And again, there's potential with Delaciums as well. So look forward to this weekend. We already have like 3 videos ready to come out. One of them next up is going to be the summoning video, how we built our E5 Flora on Wilbur's account. We also have a PvP video where we tried a few different setups, even threw our team against a Sword Flash Shia and just got demolished. And then of course we had our Aspen dungeon run where we found some pretty cool waves. She can get energy, but again, it's waves that we already have heroes that literally have 0 problems with the waves. She's not a hero that has a wave that it's like, yeah, this solves that wave. We couldn't beat this wave before. Not that type of hero. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Again, hold your final judgment. We will do the testing for you. Hold on to your scrolls if you're interested in building her. let us get a better look at the hero and give you guys the advice so you don't have to waste resources. So let me know what you guys think. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. We are growing so fast. We're already almost to, I think, 24,300. Just 700 subs to go. And it's only been one day since we hit our 24,000 subscriber goal. So hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.